Many people around the world watched the Nintendo Switch video we released in October of last year and reacted quite.
The Nintendo Switch is unveiled in January 2017 at Big Sight Tokyo. 14 years earlier, and 13 miles south, Ecuador is eliminated from the World Cup for the first time.
Ecuador fans in force, hoping that their first World Cup appearance would not end today. It would.
7 months before that, and 8,925 miles away in Quito, Ecuador, they qualify to the World Cup for the first time. Julian Cordero grows up 4 miles southeast in a gated community in a place called Tumbaco. This is what he looks like when Ecuador qualifies. This is what he looks like in 2025. 3 years after that World Cup in Copenhagen, Denmark, Goo Ball is released as shareware for Mac OS. It receives an 8.5 from InsiderMacGames.com, a 9 for graphics and value, and an 8 for gameplay and sound. Despite being highly downloaded on MacGameFiles.com, it is not a commercial success. The company, Over the Edge Entertainment, goes on to sell the engine they developed to make the game, Unity. It is now the most popular game engine in the world. 20 years later, another ball game made in the Goo Ball engine is announced for the Nintendo Switch.
Hi, I'm Kenny Sun, and today I'm excited to share Ball Pit.
Balls that bounce around the battlefield. Whew.
He would never admit this publicly, but this footage was shot in Julian's mother's backyard in Tumbaco, Ecuador. Kenny releases it 2 months later, and it sells nearly 1 million copies in the first month. He does it all from his home in New York City, where he lives with me, Gabe Casillo. 5 years earlier, in July 2020, I agreed to help Julian finish his own ball game made in the Goo Ball engine. It's called DESPELOTE, and it's about kicking the ball around with your friends during Ecuador's 2002 World Cup run that ended in Japan. I tell him we will finish it in 1 year.
Cruzo el parque, las personas pasan y sus perros van
Five years later, in May of this year, we finally release DESPELOTE. It comes out on Steam, the Mac App Store, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4 and 5, and not the Nintendo Switch. Much like Goo Ball, people react quite
positively to it.
But it is not a commercial success. We announced the Switch version in December 2024, but quickly find we can't get it running above 15 frames a second. Unity just was not built for this. It was built for Goo Ball. Ecuador's World Cup performance in the years since 2002 has been middling at best, only getting past the group stage once in 2006. In June of this year, the team qualified again. As they look forward to the next World Cup, they must forget about this graphic, about all of the disappointments of the past, about the prediction markets that have them at less than a 1% chance of making it to the finals. We have to imagine that releasing this game that we have worked on for 7 years on what is at this point a dead console will realize our dreams of it surpassing Goo Ball and becoming a commercial success, like Ball X Pit. Today, we're happy to announce we have gotten DESPELOTE running smoothly on the Nintendo Switch. It also works great on the brand new Nintendo Switch 2. It will be coming to the Nintendo eShop in the Americas on December 11th, and in Japan on December 18th, and everywhere else on January 13th, except in Ecuador, because there is no eShop there.